Every week, thousands of new projects fight for attention on GitHub. Only 10 make it to the top of the trending page. And this week, those 10 gained almost 60,000 stars, combined in 7 days. So I read all 10, so you don't have to. Think of it as a harbor. Every Monday, the tide brings in new ships. Most drift past. These 10 docked. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through every ship, counting down to number 1. For each, you get 3 things: what it actually is in plain English, why it's exploding right now, and one command to take it home tonight. And there's a twist hiding in this week's list. The exact same command shows up on 3 different ships. By the end, you'll know why that one pattern tells you where AI is heading next. Welcome to the harbor. Quick look at the Harbor Masters board before we start. GitHub trending ranks repositories by stars gained this week. Not total size, momentum. Which makes this list something special. It's thousands of developers voting with their bookmarks on what actually matters right now. 10 ships are on tonight's manifest. Editors, trading agents, an entire Office suite built for AI. And at number 1, a name half of you have probably already learned from. Same treatment for every ship. Plain English, the reason it's blowing up. One take-home command. Let's start the count. Ship number 10 is a teacher. Number 10, DeepTutor, from HKUDS, the Data Intelligence Lab at the University of Hong Kong. This is a personal AI tutor you host yourself. And the pitch is one word: memory. You feed it your documents, your textbooks, your notes, even an obsidian vault. It builds courses from them, quizzes you, runs deep research, and it remembers what you've learned across every session. There's a memory graph you can actually open and trace any claim it makes about you back to the evidence. By their own count, it went from 0 to 20,000 stars in 111 days. And a fresh release this week is why it's back on the board. Take home. 1 pip install on screen now. Then drop in a single PDF and ask it to quiz you. Fair warning, it's a full self-hosted web app. You bring your own model key or run a local model. Ship 10, docked. Number 9 is a coding agent with a famous captain. Number 9, Pi, a terminal coding agent from Mario Zechner. If that name rings a bell, he created libgdx, the game framework a whole generation of Java developers grew up on. Pi is the opposite of a heavyweight agent. It's deliberately minimal. No sub-agents, no plan mode. Just a lean harness you extend yourself with TypeScript extensions, skills, and themes. And here's the part I love. When Pi is missing a feature, you don't file a request. You ask Pi to build it into itself. The other headline is trust. Exact pinned dependencies. Install scripts disabled by default. Real supply chain paranoia as a feature in a week where everyone is nervous about that. One caveat: there is no built-in sandbox. It runs with your full permissions, and the README tells you to containerize it yourself. Take home command on screen. Ship 9, docked. Number 8 wants to trade for you. Number 8, Vibe Trading. Same Hong Kong lab as DeepTutor. Yes, one lab has 2 ships in this week's harbor. Hold that thought. This one turns quant research into a conversation. You type, backtest a Bitcoin moving average strategy for last year, and it fetches the data, writes the code, runs the backtest, and hands you a report. Under the hood, there's an alpha zoo. 461 pre-built trading signals you can benchmark on your market in one line. And my favorite feature: upload your own broker history, and it diagnoses your bad trading habits. Now, the serious part. It can connect to real brokers and place real orders. That mode is labeled experimental. Use at your own risk. Treat it as a research tool. And one more warning, straight from their README. There's a fake vibe trading crypto token going around. It is not official. Don't buy it. Take home. 1 pip install on screen. Ship 8 docked. Number 7 is the one that surprised me most. Number 7. Office CLI. Built as the world's first office suite built for AI agents. Here's the problem, it kills. Your agent can write brilliant text, but ask for an actual PowerPoint deck or a real Excel model, and things get ugly. Office CLI is a single small binary. No Microsoft Office installed, and it gives any agent full command line control over Word, Excel, and PowerPoint files. The genius part is the feedback loop. It renders the document to an image so the agent can see what it just made. Look at the slide. Fix the slide. Look again. And the depth is absurd. Latex equations, pivot tables, hundreds of Excel functions, slide animations, even track changes. There's a watch mode that live previews your deck in the browser while the agent edits it. Take home, and this one's fun. You don't install it. You paste one link into your AI chat on screen now, and the agent sets itself up. Then ask for a 5-slide deck about your current project and watch. Ship 7 docked. Number 6 will cut your AI bill. Number 6, code review graph. This one attacks the most expensive habit your coding assistant has. Rereading your entire code base, every single question. It builds a structural map of your project. Every function, every class, who calls whom, which tests cover what, stored locally. Then, when your AI needs context, it serves only the blast radius of your change. The part that made it explode is the honesty. Their benchmarks across 6 real repositories show a median of about 82 times fewer tokens per question. Best case, 528 times on one specific repo. And the README itself warns you that number is best case, not typical. A benchmark with a disclaimer on GitHub. That alone deserves a star. It plugs into Claude Code, Cursor, Codex, and about a dozen other tools with one install command. Take home on screen. Run it in your biggest repository and watch your token bill drop. Ship 6, docked. Number 5 is 100 ships in one. Number 5, awesome-llm-apps, the famous one. 126,000 total stars. This is a collection of more than 100 working AI agents and retrieval apps. Not tutorials, runnable projects, a travel agent, voice agents, full agent teams. Each one runs with just an API key. Why is it trending again this week? Because it added an agent skills section. One command installs straight into Claude Code or Cursor, including my favorite, a skill called Project Graveyard. It digs through your abandoned side projects and tells you why each one died and which deserves resurrection. A little brutal, very useful. License is Apache 2. Clone it, ship it, sell it. Take home on screen. Clone the repo. Pick one agent, run it tonight. Ship 5, docked. And that's 6 ships on the board. Before the top 4, look up for a second. See that lighthouse? Ships only find this harbor because something keeps the light on. So, 20 seconds while the top 4 dock. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free. And it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. And if these breakdowns already save you real hours, there's a join button on YouTube too. Members are the keepers of this lighthouse. Alright. Lights on, here comes the fleet commander. Number 4, Orca. If you run coding agents in scattered terminal tabs, this is your new bridge. Orca is a free desktop app that runs Claude Code, Codex, OpenCode, even Pi from earlier in this list side by side. Each agent works in its own isolated Git work tree, so they never trample each other's changes. One dashboard tracks them all, and the killer move is called parallel worktrees. Fan a single prompt out to 5 agents at once. Compare their diffs, merge the winner. Different models competing on your actual task, and you just pick the best answer. There's even a phone app. Your agent finishes while you're making coffee. Your pocket buzzes. It's free, MIT licensed, and ships updates daily. Small note, anonymous telemetry is on by default, and the README shows the opt out. Take home. One brew install on screen. Ship 4 docked. Number 3, you might already know from this channel. Number 3, OpenCut, the open source CapCut alternative. 77,000 total stars. Free video editing in your browser. No watermark, no subscription, no account tricks. Regulars of this harbor have seen this ship before. We made a full deep dive on OpenCut. The CapCut terms of service story, a real edit, a real export, start to finish. Card on screen, and the link is in the description if you want the whole tour. So, why is it back on the board this week? Because the team announced a complete rewrite, a Rust core, one code base for browser, desktop, and mobile, a plugin first architecture, headless rendering, and the sleeper. A built in MCP server, which means AI agents will be able to drive a real video editor. Your agent cutting your footage into shots on your machine. Honest caveat, the rewrite isn't usable yet, and contributions are paused while they design it. But the classic editor works today. Take home. No install at all. Open cut.app in your browser. Ship 3 docked. Now the top 2, and the pattern begins to show. Number 2, Hallmark from Nutloop. That's Hassan El Maghari of Together AI, the builder behind some of the most viral open source AI apps of the last few years. Hallmark is a design skill for Claude Code, Cursor, and Codex with one mission: kill AI-slop design. You know the look, the same purple gradient, the same 3 cards. Every AI generated landing page wearing the same outfit. Install Hallmark, and before your agent ships a page, it picks a proper page structure, applies one of 20 distinct themes, and then runs the design through 57 slop tests before it's allowed out the door. My favorite verb is study. Point it at any site you admire, and it extracts the design DNA, the structure, the type pairing, the color anchor, into a portable file your agent designs from. Forever. It's MIT licensed. Use it, fork it, ship it. Take home on screen. And notice the shape of that command. npx skills add, second time tonight. One more ship. And the same command comes back. Number 1. The flagship. Skills by mattpocock. Over 10,000 stars this week alone. If you learned TypeScript in the last 5 years, you probably learned it from Matt. Now, he teaches AI agents. This repo is his personal collection of about 20 skills, pulled straight from his own daily setup. /TDD for real test-driven development. /triage for working an issue backlog. But the crown jewel is a technique he calls grilling. You type /grill me and the roles flip. The agent stops guessing what you want and starts interviewing you relentlessly. What's the actual goal? What's out of scope? What does done mean? And while you answer, it writes the shared context down into files your whole team and every future session can reuse. His README calls it the single coolest technique in the repo. And honestly, after trying it, I agree. the agent that asks before it builds. That's the whole game right now. Take home on screen. One command and his entire toolkit is yours. Ship 1, docked, all 10 in. Now step back and look at the water. Look at the whole harbor at once, because three patterns jump out. First, the same command, npx skills add, appeared on three different ships: mattpocock's toolkit, hallmark, and the skills section of awesome-llm-apps. That is not a coincidence. That's a market forming. Second, one university lab in Hong Kong docked 2 of the 10 ships in the same week. Open research labs are out shipping funded startups right now. And third, Orca, Pi, and Code Review Graph are all solving the same problem from different angles: how to run more agents for less money. Put the three together, and you can see the new stack settling. The agent is the employee, skills are its training. The fleet manager runs many of them at once, and the map keeps them cheap. Here's the sentence I'd screenshot: Stars used to follow smarter models. This week, stars followed better instructions. The tool stopped competing on brains and started competing on training. And training, anyone can write. I packed tonight's entire harbor into one free PDF. The Harbor Manifest, all 10 ships. What each one is, why it's rising, the exact take home command, and a 5-minute first action for every single one. Comment the word harbor and I'll send it to you free. If you're just getting started with AI tools, my step-by-step beginner guides are linked in the description. And the daily quick moves live on Instagram and Facebook, while the full breakdowns dock here on YouTube. Subscribe so you're standing on the pier when the next fleet arrives. And tell me in the comments which ship you're boarding first. I'm starting with the grilling. Harbor. Go.